Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is July 13th, 2022. Almost forgot the date. And it is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is time to watch the Miss Marvel finale. So we will be taking a look at this. We'll be watching it live. We'll see my live reactions, of course. We're going to go live on Twitch now. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if you don't know how this works, we're going to be watching the Miss Marvel finale on Twitch, but on YouTube, you'll be able to see my live reactions to the episode, okay? That's kind of how we do things. So I'm getting ready to click on it. Let me refresh the page. Come on. Oh, here we go. Episode 6, No Normal. It's 50 minutes. Longest episode since episode 2. No Normal. Back in Jersey, Kamala fights to save her friends from the clutches of damage control. Okay, so that is our episode. So let me get my banner going. Now watching the episode. Get that going, and we'll take that. Let's make that a ticker, actually. I probably should have done this before, but, it's a special thing. It's okay. We all got things we got going on. All right. So I am clicking on it. And Disney Plus is loading. All right. Disney Plus logo. All right, everybody. We're now watching it, so again, stay tuned for my live reactions, and afterward we'll do a post-episode review and season wrap-up discussion. All right, here we go. Actually, let me tweet out the Twitch link really quick too, actually. That way, if you guys want to, you can watch it with me. So post it in the comments right there. Again, if you don't have your Disney Plus queued up, then you can watch it with me, which is totally okay. Always a valid way to watch this. All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play. Disney Plus. There are certain scenes in this fictional series that some viewers may find upsetting. Wow, okay. Content warning. Previously on. I did the whole series recap, as you all know. And then he stabbed Aisha. The villains kind of suck in the show, gotta be honest. I didn't like Najima or any of them. The clandestine I thought were kind of weak overall. Just my opinion, but I thought the villains were very weak. And then they all died. Yeah, and that CGI was bad, and yeah. I don't know what's gonna go out Cameron, if Cameron's like the last villain or what. Ooh. Oh no, Marvel intro, okay. It's weird now. We like completely change villains in the show now. What the hell's going on with his powers? Oh, what the hell? So the whole point of this that we're gonna be running away from damage control. That's just so weird because like we built up the clandestine for all these episodes. Now we're switching to damage. I don't know. We'll see. Again, if we have more episodes, I wouldn't mind that switch, but they all know. I'm really fascinated that like they all know that she has her powers. Oh, look how much they've all grown. Mm-mm. I knew it. They made her costume. I freaking knew it. Oh, how'd they make it though? Is what I want to know. I mean, I do think it's very sweet though. Oh, there she goes. my god, there's actual decent VFX. Yay, the VFX look good. Ooh, wow. Nice. That was a nice comeback. Mm. What? Oh, it's gonna be Bruno. Oh my god. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's really gonna help. Superhero landing. Come on, do the superhero landing. Superhero landing. That's good enough, I guess. What are you wearing? I knew it. What? The hell's going on? Just gonna smuggle them out. She's here too. Aww. Isn't that sweet? It's gonna be like Home Alone, but in a high school. Hey, what's up, Drogo and Ashley? Sorry I didn't notice. What's up, guys? Oh my god. Same dudes we saw in No Way Home, by the way. Yeah, she died. They all died. All of them died. Oh shit, here we go. Oh my god, a disco ball. Okay. Oh. What? They're gonna. Oh, it's gonna be like the I remember Miles Morales PS5. They got like the whole community to stand up and protect the heroes. They're gonna gotta do that kind of thing. These guys are almost as incompetent as stormtroopers. This is kind of a smart plan. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, what the hell? Oh, no, don't get together. I don't like Cameron and Kamala together. I prefer Kamala and Bruno. Ah, God. Oh my God. Poor Bruno. Bruno's getting cucked, man. Hey, you remembered his name. Yay. Character arc. Oh shit! Damn, they freaking punched him in the head. Holy crap! Oh shit! Oh, they're all dressed up like him, so they can't tell who it is. And they're all arrested. They're dead. Cameron, just stop asking questions and just go with the plan. Cameron. Oh shit. You're gonna kill somebody, Cameron. What are you going? Just tell her that she died opening it. Yeah, just tell her she died opening it. You didn't kill her. Ouch. Oh, Cameron's gonna go evil. What are you doing? Oh, he's lost it. What is Cameron doing? Oh no, what the hell is that? Ouch. Oh, they're really gonna try and kill him, man. Oh yeah, she's gonna freaking him big head. Oh yeah, dude, let's go. Oh shit. Yo, okay, alright. Alright, that's kinda hype, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, that's dope as alright. It looks a little weird. It looks a little weird, but I kinda like it. I like it. Damn. Oh. What are you doing, Cameron? You're gonna kill all of them. Ah, shit, the pizza, nice. What are you doing? Oh my god, that's really awesome. I like this. Oh, I love stuff like this, man. Yeah! Get her out of there. Yeah! Get rid of that stupid bitch. Look, all these TikToks. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, look how confident she is now. This is so good. Oh, Kamal meets Marvel. Oh, that's how she got her name. Oh my god, this is so good. This is great. That's awesome. Ah, that's so sweet. Oh, she made her simple. 1 week later. Okay. Her jeans? What? No way. Are you telling me she's a mutant? They played the goddamn X-Men music. Is Kamala our first mutant? They played the X-Men music. They knew what they were doing. What? Oh my god, there has to be a post-credit scene. There has to be. Uh, okay, they legit said they're like a mutation, and we were the na. That's the X-Men theme. I know what that sounds like. I'm not crazy. They're implying she's a mutant. That's a big change. She's not inhuman. That's a big change, but I'm fine with that if that's what we're going with this. But I need more information. I'm gonna let it run just naturally because I need a moment to cope because that's actually a big reveal at the end. Kamala's our first mutant. This is just a lot to process. there a post-credit scene? Come on. Give me a post-credit scene. Is there a post-credit? Yes, there is. Okay. The hell? What's going on with Bangle? What? It's Captain Marvel. Wait, what? Miss Marvel will return the Marvels. But what did that mean? What the hell did that mean? Okay, we're ending on Twitch. I have so many questions. Okay, so recap. Kamala Khan is our first mutant in the MCU. But did Carol and her switch places? Did she become Carol? I'm still a little confused about that. I'm gonna send a link to Ashley because I think Ashley, you've already watched it. If you're free to come on just a little bit, because I need to talk to someone about this. Because I'm confused. So Kamala's a mutant for sure. They played the theme when Bruno said mutation. But did she shapeshift into Carol, or did she switch places like Ashley suggesting? I don't know. Anthony says masterpiece. I'm sorry, I'm just like tweeting at. Yeah, like, okay, Moisture. When Bruno said there's something going on with your genes, Kamala, like a mutation. He said the word mutation, and then we heard the ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na, the X-Men 90s cartoon theme, which to me is implying that Kamala's a mutant. Which, if that's the case, that is crazy. It's a big change. It's a big change. Big change. William says, yeah, the theme song is literally going to be the theme song of the MCU. Okay. Hey, Ashley, what's up?
Hey, OMG.
Okay, so what's your interpretation of that? Because they kept it very open-ended. Okay, so I'm not crazy, right? They did play the X-Men theme, right?
Yes, they
Okay,
absolutely did play that. At first, I thought he was going to say,
like Inhuman or something.
yes. I was going to be like, oh, yeah, she's an Inhuman. But he said mutation and the music played. So clearly,
So what does the
they're,
Bengal do then? If Kamala's always been a mutant,
it
then
just
what does the Bengal
unlocks
do?
it, I guess. Kind of like with Wanda, even though they've not really confirmed that, but like that little bitty hint that
Yeah,
they,
because you don't play that theme out of nowhere. Because that came out of
yeah,
nowhere. They played it for a reason. They didn't want to say it directly, but that was a hint. So,
I know.
so that means Kamala's our first mutant in the MCU, which is
Yeah.
crazy if that's the case. Because this coming in right before Comic-Con is going to be really interesting too. But the other big question is that post-credit scene. Obviously, Captain Marvel showing up is a big deal. Everyone kind of assumed she'd had to pop up in the show somehow. But what the heck happened? Did she turn into Carol like in the comics? did they switch places? Did like what's going on with that?
At first, I thought that she turned into her, like when she pops out of her closet.
Because that's from the comics that she could shapeshift
Yes, because
a
she,
little bit.
when we first see her, she changes into Carol. But then I was thinking, like, but the way that she reacted when she looked at that picture, like of her, of like of
Hmm.
Carol, like of Captain Marvel, and then she looked around like she had no clue where she was. So to me, it seems like somehow maybe they switched locations, because it wasn't like she was like, "Oh no, what's going on with me?" It was more like, "How did I get here, and why am I in this location?" Is the way that I interpreted those final moments.
So, do you think that maybe it's like the bangle somehow connects all three? Like maybe like they're all connected somehow in some way, Carol, Monica, and Kamala on like a power level and like a metaphysical level, maybe? Like they're all
I
somehow
definitely
connected?
feel that way with Carol, because like obviously we've been speculating this is Kree technology, like ancient Kree technology, and where Carol has Kree blood running through her veins. I feel like that is definitely the case for the two of them. I'm not so I'm not necessarily completely buying into that with Monica, especially like how she gets her powers. Unless, because I don't know how you could say that Monica is linked to this Kree bloodline, because she had no interactions prior,
Yes, and
you
Jared, to
know,
answer your question, yes, it was.
yeah,
Again, just to recap for everyone who's confused, if you missed it, because I know it's very subtle, but when Bruno says, "Kamala, I looked into it, your powers, and I looked into things. There's something going on with your genes, like a mutation." They say the word mutation, then you hear the banana. It's the X-Men '90s cartoon theme,
yeah,
which
yes,
that's if that's the thing they're adopting for the main MCU, like I'm cool with that. Like that theme's iconic, keep it forever. Okay, but
yeah.
so many ramifications, like, and again, like as you're describing, kind of like the bangle thing, they could like I don't know. Oh, thank you, Anthony Belty, for $2 super chat saying the MCU version of the Inhumans will
Yay.
be mutants.
I think
I don't
so. I
know.
think that I mean we might eventually get down the road to Inhumans, like after we are introduced to mutants. Well, we've actually been now introduced to one. But I think that can lead there, but I don't know if it's going to be an Inhuman thing, unless they might like say that all of the everyone's is mutant. There is no Inhumans. It could be that simple, if we actually get any of these Inhuman characters, which will, they've already done that with doing that with Miss Marvel, so I could possibly see it down the line with other characters as well. But I
Yeah,
thought that it's interesting, but I really thought at that moment they were going to be like,
yeah, and maybe Phantom Menace cells, maybe in the MCU, everyone like actually saying they're just going to simplify and say everyone's a mutant. Maybe the Inhuman gene is like the purest form of
yeah,
that. I mean, I don't know, but this is a big tease for Comic Con. Actually, like a lead in for Comic Con. Like, I don't know how you feel about the show, but like as a finale, I think this is the strongest season finale to a Marvel show since Loki, in my
I
opinion.
really think it's very strong. And like as much as I love WandaVision, and I've talked about the finale just didn't hit those marks for me, but Loki did. So I agree with you. I think it's right below the Loki finale for me. But it was a strong finish. I had issues with episode 4. Well, I think once we got away from Jersey City, I think the show kind of dipped a bit for me, but I think that it ended very strongly. I still think it's overall I really enjoyed the show, but where those first 2 episodes were so strong, and then episode 3 was good, and then episode 4 I feel like was the weakest of all the episodes. And then episode 5, while I enjoyed it, I feel like they spent too much time with Aisha and telling that
Yeah,
backstory.
I'll be honest.
I feel like
Episodes
it's the
four,
most
yeah,
important.
episodes 4 and 5 for me were also the weakest. I don't like the villains of this show, to be honest. I thought the
Yeah,
clandestine were very underwhelming. I did not like them at all. They're the one big thing holding this show back.
yeah.
But the show came together at the very end. Like I said, we kind of dumped the main villains just to have like a episode 6 that focused more on damage control and saving Cameron, which I'm fine with. That's cool, but like, um, I don't know. We'll see,
And
right?
I feel like we're. I think we were having that conversation that I feel like when I don't know if it was. I feel like you were probably part of that discussion when we were like, yeah, I feel like the DODC is truly the main villain of the show, just from after like introducing the clandestines. I still felt like that they were really the ultimate conflict, and we were going to get a bigger moment with them, and that they were just like a subplot, like sub villain, really.
Mhm.
So I'm not
But again,
surprised that it went
I
that
love
way.
this though because like this creates so much conversation and buzz going into Comic Con in the future because like
I
they left
know,
that post credit scene very open ended to where it could be several different things, and we won't know until we hear more about the Marvels.
I know.
So, like, did they like Freaky Friday? Like, did they like switch bodies? Did they switch places? Like, I don't know. It's kind
I
of an
feel
interesting.
like she didn't look in a mirror and see like this
But to be
great
fair, like there
differences.
was like we didn't see the reaction though. Maybe she did.
But she looked at that poster, the rip poster, and that's when you get that reaction like, oh no. And then she looks around. So to me, she felt a bit lost, but it could be a Freaky Friday um scenario. But I really think that they just like swapped locations because Carol was like, oh no, how did I get here? And I thought she looked great too, by the way. Just want to add that they both did. Like, I hated that we didn't get Kamala's suit to that last episode, but it looked amazing. She looked really, really great in the suit. So I was excited to finally see that. And then like the explanation of like how she gets Miss Marvel and this beautiful moment with her father. I thought that was so great.
Well, Anthony here said, oops, sorry, my thing's lagging a little bit. Sorry, guys. So RJ pretty much confirms that the Marvel Studios will use the animated X-Men's X thing. Yeah, probably at this point, yes,
Yeah.
they will. Yeah, seems very likely. Oh, the true villain was Agent Deaver. Glad she got fired, dude. I was so happy
Yeah.
when like that. Like I was like, yeah, get her out of here, man. Get her out of here.
Yeah.
Um, Austin here saying, I've lost all faith in Marvel. This is how they're going to be introducing the X-Men. Well, you have to remember, like, this isn't really introducing X-Men. Keep in mind, they're introducing the concept of mutations. That's a
Yeah.
very different thing. Introducing the concept of mutants and mutations, very different from
A
the
mutant.
proper team, right? We're kind
Yeah.
of getting the introduction. Like they're building. What I love is that with this post credit scene, we're setting up the building blocks for the precedent of there being mutations of genes, which could mean a lot of things going forward, right?
Exactly.
I have a feeling, famous else. Sorry, it's lagging, guys. Sorry. I have a feeling this signifies that they're moving away from the X-Men name and moving for mutants. Maybe that's just me. I doubt that. I think it'd be a mistake to not do the X-Men name. They're coming out with a cartoon called X-Men '97. There's no way they're gonna like not use the name. They need
I mean,
to.
there might be like like the first film might be like about mutants and possibly that type of thing, but I think it will evolve into X-Men. I don't think it's just going to be um mutants in this world. I think it's going to be a proper X-Men film as well. You know, I don't that would be a bad decision. And plus I just feel like we're getting all these different teams because we don't know how far, eventually when we get to the point of Secret Wars, and we have to have a battle world scenario. So I feel like you have to have an X-Men team really there, especially in this world that they're creating. It seems like that's what's happening.
Yeah. Overall, though, how would you say you feel about the show after this finale? Did the show like like how would you rank this show compared to what we've gotten before, and like how do you feel about where we're at now?
Right now, I would say still the top for me is WandaVision, then Loki, and then I would say that this is right below Loki. But the first two episodes of Miss Marvel for me, or it was the strongest start to any of the shows so far.
Hmm.
What about you?
Like I said, for me, this is definitely the strongest show since Loki. I think this may be up there in terms of like my top 2 or 3 favorites. I really, really like this show. Like I said, episodes 4 and 5, eh, a little mixed on. So it is, but like a majority of the episodes I loved. And again, when it came to the actual finale, this is one of the rare few times the finale actually of a Disney Plus show is great. This is a
Yeah.
great finale.
It was
Um,
really it was really great. And like I almost like was tearing up when she was like in like the when she put the protection bubble around her and Cameron, and she was like, "It's about what you do now," and like because he just feels so hopeless in that moment, and it was just like a great hero moment for her too. To kind of like walk him through that and that fear and feeling like what can I do now, and that nobody's normal. So I like those like cheesy moments. And so like hit me right in the feels. So I really like that too.
Fans themselves ranks at number one Loki. No, sorry, number one Loki. Number two WandaVision. Number three Miss Marvel. Number four Moon Knight. Rest are kind of bleh. I mean that's fair. That's fair. I mean I wasn't too big on Hawkeye personally.
Yeah, Hawkeye, and I didn't really care for Moon Knight really either.
I like Moon Knight. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy on it, but I quite liked it
I liked
personally.
Oscar Isaac's performance. I really, really like that. So it's hard for me to I just say it's kind of like meh, really. I think that outside of when it comes to that, I think that that was the main plus. Everything else, I feel like at times it just I couldn't really the flashes and the in battle and Mr. Knight, it was a lot in my opinion. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah. People are very upset that she's not an Inhuman. By the way, I'm talking to people
Oh
on
yeah.
Twitter. People are pissed right now.
Oh yeah, you knew that was coming. It says Anthony Belcher. He says it's hilarious that people on Twitter hating that she's a mutant. LOL. I mean, they were hating, that her powers had been shifted, and then we find out really, she does have, them big powers. I mean, it's a little bit different, but it's still there, which and like that was cool because when I remember when the directors were talking about, that she hadn't really reached her final form, and you do get that moment. So it's like sometimes it's like just hold some of your complaints until you see it through because you never know, you might get that moment.
Yeah,
And
honestly, after that post-credit scene, the Marvels definitely shot up to being more anticipated in my book. Like, I'm actually very curious to see how all these things tie together and what's
yeah, me
going on
too.
with it. Because now I'm curious. Like, now you have my attention. Now I'm like, okay, what's actually going on here? What's going on? Honestly, I'm excited for the movie just for Kamala. Like, not no disrespect to Monica or
I like Monica though.
Kara. I like Monica a lot, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, and now I feel like Carol is growing on me a bit, and it wasn't really her perform. I mean, she played Carol Danvers, in my opinion, in her first film, pretty spot on. I just don't want her to keep the emotionlessness and the. But that's who she is in the comics because she also is a Kree soldier, so she's supposed to be that way. It was the story and certain things that I didn't enjoy, but I like that they're bringing in a new director, and and I'm really excited to see how all three of these characters work together. One who's very upset with with Carol and the other one who, adores her and is like her number one fan. So I can't wait to see that dynamic with the three of them. And what is this story going to be about? Because we know that Monica ended up going off world, So it's just like I'm really intrigued to see what this movie's about. And I love Carol's new look and her new suit. So I'm really interested to see where this all leads.
No, absolutely. I mean, A3 universe, we could revisit that again. Fan missiles, I don't think the trades have confirmed Modoc is in Ant-Man 3. It's more so scoop or spoiler stuff is what we're kind of going off of with that.
But he was originally rumored to be the villain before they confirmed that it was Kang. So I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be in the film. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, again, this was a very solid finale. I loved how it kind of built in and put a lot of Easter eggs towards the future. I mean, again, it's hard for me to give like a final ranking on this. I mean, you can sit on it for a little bit.
It's like one of those things you got to think about it. I got to watch it again.
But this was definitely a big finale. I mean,
I wanted to ask you, what do you think we might see in the Marvels with all three of these characters?
By the way, Miss Marvel's trending #1. As it should.
Yay!
As it should. Finally, it's trending again. Finally.
Yeah, and even if it, they can talk about the mutant thing and the Inhuman thing, but I'm interested to see where it goes,
Oh no, absolutely. Oh wait, I should probably change the banner. I forgot to change the banner. Let me change it. Let me change that. Miss Marvel spoilers. There we go. There actually is a lot to spoil. Caden wasn't wrong. Caden told me that somebody told him this episode was worth staying up for at 3 a.m, and it absolutely was. So I'm glad I did.
I'm glad. I was gonna do it anyway because but I was like, Carol has to show up. I didn't think it was gonna be in the way that it happened, but I feel like that if she didn't, it would have been a missed opportunity. Like with WandaVision,
I think Guardians 3 is going to be fire as well.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. 3. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be sad too. So a lot of people.
There's already a Twitter space called "fucking humans," I guess.
Oh, let me see.
Oh my god.
You know how it is. They rage.
No, I know.
There it is. I see it. Join my space, AJ. There's Caden.
All right, Caden. I guess we don't have to bully you.
I was not. There's 2 moments. I was not expecting 2 moments. I was expecting one big one.
I thought it was going to be Brie Larson. I thought for sure it was Brie Larson.
Well,
the X-Men theme though, and the Mutants thing though.
The Mutants thing is pretty crazy. But the thing is that Carol and Kamala swap places. It's not like Carol.
Okay, did they swap places or did she turn into Carol?
No, Carol, and that's what they implied when she was looking around in the room.
Okay, that's what Ashley was kind of inferring too.
Yeah.
So, and I like how Kevin Feige's now like fuck the Inhumans that got me fucked over with Icon leather and shit. But oh my god, I was just like, dude, that's absolutely insane. Like, yeah, I like this twist.
Yeah. I mean, there's always the possibility that Inhumans could still exist.
No, there is. I think Inhumans can also be like a subsection of mutants now,
That, yep.
Instead of
I'll say this though, real quick.
The broad term, mutants is the broad term, while you have clandestine.
Inhumans is like a specific like niche.
Yeah. I think that's what they're gonna do. Because Inhumans can be like, oh, you have a group of people who are found out, and they're like, oh, you're inhumane, type of thing.
Yeah.
And then another group can be like, oh, you have a mutation, you're a mutant, type of thing, and but they're the same family, still. So yeah.
Um, I mean, this is well, yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, this is exactly what the show needed. It needed a big wow moment like this. I thought it was a very solid, good finale. I think it was one of the better finales they've had for a Disney Plus show. So I like the show a lot. It's definitely in my top three. Marvel Disney Plus. I think it's one of the stronger ones they've had, and I love that it has so much at the end that's going to be like stuff where we can
Yes.
speculate about. I love that it ends in a way where we can speculate about the future, and it ties into and leads directly into a movie. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited to see what goes on with that, because again, I like that we're gonna have speculation now. And by the way, Carol's costume and hairstyle, is that
Oh,
from the Marvels movie? Is that what
I
she's gonna
hope
look
so.
like?
She looked
Because
freaking
that looked
awesome.
great. Like her
new
costume
costume
looked
and
great.
everything looked
Ooh, she was
like,
looking good.
yeah.
She looked great in there. So
I
I
kind
hope
of
that's
feel
how
like
she
Yeah.
that.
looks in the movie.
I also think that scene, funny enough, so before like the Marvels went to go to London to shoot, they shot in New Jersey, and they were like, "Oh, it's just CGI plate stuff," like how they did with
Oh no,
Mania.
they were shooting
No,
that
they
Miss
shot
Marvel
this scene for
cameo.
sure
Yeah.
because just looking back at when they were doing that, they had a bunch of helicopters around there. They had like and like apparently it was very secure in that area. So yeah, definitely was to shoot that scene. Um, so
I'm gonna look at the Marvel Studios spoilers subreddit and see how they're reacting to the episode, because
oh
obviously Twitter is a little
Twitter's
iffy.
going Twitter, you know
By the
that.
way, just FYI, for tomorrow's Marvel Mania, we're gonna go into the state of Phase 4. I know something leaked. Two things leaked. I literally am not legally allowed to talk about it. Otherwise, I would get the channel and my Twitter removed. That's how serious it is.
Oh
yeah.
wow. I wanna know. I'm sad now.
So I literally cannot legally talk about it. I would get in so much trouble. I cannot do it. So
It also okay.
if you bring it up,
Yeah.
I can acknowledge it sorta, but I cannot really. So just keep that in mind. That's how
Okay,
serious
two
it is.
things. Another thing that I kind of liked also is with this is that it also kind of said F the Jin stuff, and F
Yeah, they
also
kind of like dropped that whole clandestine stuff. It's like the one thing I was like,
I think because of the whole another thing is they had also 2 weeks of reshoots, and there's one scene in particular in this finale that you can kind of tell was done in reshoots. When Kamala first meets Bruno and Kamran in this episode again, when she says I'm sorry or whatever, it's kind of like you can tell that was added in during the reshoots. But also, what's funny is that also on set is that damage control was nice, NICE. So clearly they were either covering up that damage control is there or they switched it up last minute. But it's probably the former. Um,
Mhm.
but but another thing is also is that someone pointed out it also kind of said F the theory of mutants coming through the multiverse. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, no, that was something interesting as well. Like the mutants are not going to come for the, but that leaves so many questions. Like, when did the mutant genes start becoming active? How are these characters going to be around? You
yeah,
know, I don't know. So many questions about how they're going to introduce certain
Maybe
things
they're
now.
gonna go with some of it with the snap and other,
But how do you explain Magneto's origins? Right? Is
no,
he
I
going to
think
be
there'll
from
be
World War
different
II?
levels of mutants as well. I think there'll be
yeah,
different classes, there's I think the mutants thing will be, like I said, a very big broad term. And while you have actual like mutants, you have like all these other little subsets. But I think what would be like, so the first one was actual like firstborn mutants like Magneto. Well, firstborn being actually Apocalypse and all the that group of people, and then the secondborn, the second phase is the intermingling of those mutants, of
Mhm.
those, and that will
Well,
create the
real
next.
quick, Antonio Rojas Bearflux asks, "What would you guys rate this show, and also how would you compare it to other Marvel shows?" It's hard for me to rate it right now. I want to say for me, this is probably like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. Um, Probably closer to like a 7.5 or 8 personally. I think this is still slightly behind Loki. and WandaVision, but it's at least in the top 3. Like I really really like this show. I really really did. Caden, what about you? How would you rate the show, and how would you compare it to other shows?
I would honestly like. I think you said it also on. I forget whose stream, but like 4 and 5 were the weakest, but they weren't like super weak where it's like it puts this series down. Honestly, it was just like okay, whatever. Um, so in all, I would probably rate this like a good 8.5 out of 10. Uh, and then out of all the other Marvel shows, this will probably be in definitely top 5.
Mm-hmm.
There's like
Uh,
how many of them are there? Like there are 8 right now. So
yeah. Ashley, what about you?
Giving it a rating.
I know it's hard to rate it right after you got done watching it, but so you don't have to give it a rating if you don't want to.
Well, if I'm gonna give, I will say right now, just temporary rating. I would say it lands.
I mean, personally, I think it's at least a
7.5, maybe.
Yeah.
I need to think
I'm in
about
that.
it.
I'm in that
I wanna say an
7.5 to 8 range.
but I
Yeah.
really, really need to think about it before I can. Because for me to say something is an 8, that's like a big deal. Because like I don't give that many 8s and 9s out to things. So I would say it might possibly be an 8. Because I
Yeah.
feel like it ended strong, and it had such a strong beginning. But those 2 episodes,
Well, right. Yeah. Episodes 4 and 5 kind of let the show down just a little bit, but it picked back up at the end.
yeah,
Sean here asking, is Namor going to be a mutant? I mean, honestly, Sean, that possibility is definitely open now.
yeah.
It's certainly more
I
possible than it
definitely
was
think. Well,
before.
I mean, based off of the. I honestly, being in certain areas, I don't know what's public or not anymore. So no, wait, it is public actually, because Namor is he can breathe on land, and also
Mhm.
he's basically what the Atlanteans call, or not Atlanteans, since it's not really Atlantis. It's like some Mayan and Aztec lost world. Teclon, I can't pronounce it properly, but the not Lantians, they basically call him the blessing from God, their God. That's why he's like, as you can see via the leaked merch art,
Mhm.
that he has the tiger headdress, and he's very, and while if you look at Atuma and Namora, uh, they have these things on their like around their mouths, like this, like really weird skeleton mask type thing that helps him breathe on land. So I definitely think Namor is going to be, although like the Natlanteans would call him a blessing from God or their God, whatever from their
Mhm.
gods. He will be
Yeah.
probably
By
classified
the
as.
way, real quick, I want to give a shout out. I love the fact that she got her Miss Marvel name because in Urdu,
Oh,
Kamal means
Yeah.
Marvel. That
oh,
was beautiful. I love
oh.
that so much. I
Also, I
love that her
love.
dad was what her Abu is what who gave
Yeah,
her
it
her
was
her
Abu
name.
and her mom kind of like helped shape. Like without Abu and her mom, like, well, if she wasn't born, they were like telling her like, we chose Kamala because it meant
Yeah.
perfect, and in Urdu
Yes.
it meant wonder, and also it also meant marvel, and then so
Yeah. Spherical Man, yes, you're coming in a
yeah,
little late. Just to confirm it to you, Spherical Man, yes, we went over it. When Bruno says there's something going on with your genes, Kamala, like a mutation, they go, no, 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 no. They play the X-Men theme. The X-Men theme is confirmed to be in the credits. There's a screen cap. It's confirmed to be used. It is 100% the X-Men theme. They played it intentionally. That does basically confirm to us now that Kamala Khan is our first mutant in the MCU.
The first
So,
confirmed, yeah.
first confirmed mutant in the MCU. Yeah, the first
yeah,
mutant we've ever seen in the MCU.
first confirmed
Yes.
appearance of
Because
mutant.
they've said things before that make you think, Wanda might be, but they didn't really go there.
Wanda, I think they're just gonna go the route that she is just a Scarlet Witch,
No,
born
but it
from
was when they
Shazam.
talked about, something that would have died on the vine, and then
Right. Yeah,
yeah, she's probably not. But that was the only
I
thing that
think
made you think,
yeah, because I
is
think the
she
only
in here?
real person out of is Quicksilver, I think he was like a natural mutant, while Wanda, they're gonna go with her current comic run, which is she's born from Chthon. You know,
Yeah.
so I think that's what they're gonna go with, since that's what the Darkhold and the Wundagore Mountain prophesies her to be, like the ruler of the multiverse and stuff. And Chthon wants a a physical form, and
But
uh,
she's also talked a lot about Magneto and things like that. So it leads me to believe we don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
So Elizabeth
I
Olsen has. So
I also wonder, well, like also with um now also going towards the after credits post credit scene, uh where where her her mom says, Kamala, that doesn't sound like you're doing science homework, and then we see her the bangle glow weirdly, like glowing we haven't seen before, and then she stands up, looks at it, presses on it, and we see her kind of warp, and then like the closet gets destroyed, and then out comes Carol Danvers, and
So, real quick question though, in the flashback, we saw that blue arm with the bangle. What does that mean then? If Kamala was a mutant, so was the bangle still Kree technology that gave her her powers, or did it just
no,
unlock
well,
them?
the thing is, well, like Bruno said, the bangle never gave her her powers. The bangle just unlocked it.
locked it.
It just made it more present in her body. You know, I think what also helped it was that it was uh, she's a teenage girl. She's finding out about this bangle. She was and she was also going on stage. I think I think it's gonna be like this thing where I think the way she really fully unlocked her powers was, uh, and just was being under a stressful situation, and also, but because the bangle is connected to the clandestine, um, I think it still showed her the newer universe or dimension, because whoever puts on the bangle will see that, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was just a coincidence that uh, that Aisha, her great grandmother, uh, was a clandestine. Um,
Yeah, feminist says people on Twitter are this upset about Kamala being a mutant, not human. There's going to be a nuclear explosion. The MC does use the X Men name. Oh, they gotta use the X Men name.
they're going to use the X-Men name. If they're
Yeah,
gonna
they're
have
going
X-Men
to.
97 and they're using X-Men 97 theme, because obviously they're using the theme currently because they don't have an actual mutant or X-Men theme right now. But I'm sure when they get that theme, they'll go back to this finale and edit it and put that in.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's like when you hear that,
yeah, that's
because
the
it's so
most
iconic, you
right.
think mutant, X-Men because because of, when it comes to that. But also it's obvious that the bangle is also some type of transporting device, like, it teleports you
Right.
places across time and space and things like that. So because we see that, during in when she's, transported back in time, and then obviously here. So and I truly believe that obviously we know that it's Kree technology. It's ancient. And also the links to Shang-Chi, which, I didn't really care for the movie that much, but I'm really interested in to how does all this connect moving forward.
Mm. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, again, just so many questions, so many things to go over and discuss. Yes, I absolutely will be seeing X Men '97. I think it's got a lot to do going forward with the
Mhm.
MCU potentially, so that'll be really interesting to watch.
Can't wait
Yes,
to.
second time they have used the theme of the MCU. They used it in Multiverse Madness, and they used it again here.
Yeah.
So, the bangle is her fulcrum, or like what Thor's hammer is for her. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So I don't want to go too much longer because it's already like almost like 3:30 in the morning. But do you guys have any last thoughts you want to say before we get out of here?
Great episode.
I would also like to mention. Oh,
No, go ahead, Caden.
I would also like to mention that I liked the moment when she says "embiggen."
Oh yeah, when she
Yeah.
embiggened, yeah.
And like also you kind of tell that her like some portions of her body were expanding, but then of course then the crystallization stuff happens. Like there were certain parts of her body that were embiggening, but then the other parts were just crystallizations, which was pretty cool. So I definitely think there's more to that as well. So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, saw amazing, great finale to a show that I honestly really, really enjoyed. I might make a video maybe because I was so wrong about the show, guys. I thought the show was gonna suck. I thought it was gonna
Me
be
too.
horrible. I really thought the show was gonna be a major disappointment, and it was great. It was honestly one of the best Disney Plus Marvel shows ever. I hope this finale and the reveals in it get a lot more people to watch it because it's been a great show, it really has. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Ashley and Caden for coming on and talking with me in our post watching discussion or post episode discussion. And yeah, tomorrow we'll be back again with Marvel Mania episode 7, where we'll be doing two things. One, the Thor Love and Thunder spoiler discussion. Partially, it'll be partially a spoiler discussion, but we'll also be taking a look at Marvel Phase 4, kind of going over what's worked, what hasn't worked, the best stuff in it, the worst stuff in it, and what we can learn and improve upon going forward. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye, everybody.